Hello, this is ShinNefzen, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. I am back in Provoca because I want to show you the best way to level up before you head into the Marsh Cave. Now, as you can see since last time, I gained another level, and we want to be at least level 6 before we're doing what we're doing, mainly because our Black Mage gets another level 3 spell cast, which I picked up Fire 2 for. That is vitally important. And for the White Mage, I picked up Heal. That's going to be a little bit more important than Harm 2 for right now. And what we want to do is head over here, east from Provoca. Now, you definitely want to be level 10. Of course, they get a first strike. You definitely want to be level 10 before you head to the Marsh Cave. And the higher you go from that, the better. But the problem is, basically, that if you level up around Elfland, like the game expects you to, and like you would naturally assume you're supposed to, it's going to take you quite a few hours. To get to, like, from level 6 to level 10, you're probably looking at least 2 to 3 hours, depending on what you run into and what your party makeup is. And if you want to go higher than that, say like level 12, you're looking at even more, a couple more hours, although you can grind in the Marsh Cave. It's a long way from town, and running back and forth to the end, that's just going to add to your playtime. So what we're going to do is head up here. This is an area affectionately referred to as the Power Peninsula. Basically, as you may imagine, the game is split up into squares on the map, and those maps, or those squares or regions, are populated by only certain monsters, obviously, so that way, you're not a level 1 hanging around Corneria and get mobbed by, endgame guys, and vice versa, so you're not chilling at the endgame castle and taking on imps. But, see this peninsula here that sticks out? Here's the thing. Let me heal up real quick. Get the free save. Here's the deal. These two squares right here are actually the southern tip of an endgame map square. So, let's get into a fight. God damn it, snow wolves. Exactly what I didn't want to run into. This is the only enemy type I need to run away from. Basically, those snow wolves, they have a ability called Frost, and what happens is it's going to wipe out my party at this low level. I can survive one, maybe two characters can survive one cast of Frost, but 2 casts and the party's done. Now this is what I wanted to run into. Zombles. They are weak to fire and holy, so cure or harm plus fire 2 equals win. And you're going to notice, so look at that, 36 damage. At this, since there's such a huge level discrepancy between me and the enemies, there's going to be a wild amount of damage that my spells can do. It can either be really low or really high. It's kind of a crapshoot. I'm getting lucky in this first fight here. But look at that, my physical fighters can hardly do any damage to them. That's why we want to run into the Zombles. Should probably cast a fire spell just to finish him off. At this low level, with no attack multipliers and low attack ratings, my guys don't have much of a chance. That's why it's so important to have Harm and Fire too. But look at this. Do you see that experience in gold? Do you see? After that one fight, that's pretty much half the level, and that was only 2 Zombles. That was one of the tamest fights I could possibly run into at this point, is 2 Zombles. So we're just, of course, going to rest up, see what other trouble we can get into here. Want to show off a couple of the guys, just run away from the Frost Wolves, take on the Zombles, that's what you want to run into. Oh my god, I thought that said enemy strike first. I was like, no! Because if you get into a pack of Frost Wolves and they get first strike, you're dead. There is no disputing that. You are dead. But since I got the first strike, let's try being a little saucy and see if we can get some damage through with fire too. Oh, I gotta do better than that. Okay. I was gonna say, I need to take out at least 3 of them. Because hopefully these attacks will get off before they can cast Frost. Okay, okay, alright. Okay, good, and he physically attacked. Wow, that was lucky. That was really lucky. Look at that, 502 XP, 1,000 gold. Yeah. After 2 fights, I'm just about ready to level up. I had just hit level 6 when I started recording. And that took probably about half an hour of, including the trip back to town from the dwarf cave, but okay. I am gonna make a quick trip back to the inn here. I won't make you watch the trip. I'll go rest up and meet you back here at the Peninsula and show off some more of the fights. Alright, I am back. On the way back to town, I of course gained a level. Got everyone to level 7. More importantly, I made a quick trip to Elfland to get a silver sword for the warrior. Couple important reasons, aside from the fact the silver sword is ridiculously powerful. Basically, well, now it's gone up a little more with the silver sword being equipped. But basically, let me go back to the rapier here. You see that having his normal equipment gets his hit percentage over 32%, which is incredibly important because that is the threshold for getting an extra attack multiplier for your physical attacks. So now the fighter can score 2 hits per round of combat instead of 1. That's why we didn't want to get the axe earlier, because it lowers our hit percentage by 5. So it actually gimp us in the long run. Now see how it says 22 damage? Look at this when I equip the silver sword. 36. 36. That is more than a 50% increase in damage. Don't tell me that's not crazy. That's one of the things, if you have a red mage instead of the black mage, and you do this method here, the Marsh Cave gets really easy, because you have 2 monstrous physical attackers. Let's see if we can show off some different enemies. There are quite a few here, but some are far more common than others. No, not Cure. That's not too horrible. Should be able to finish them off with regular attacks. Yeah, 47 damage. It hits my black mage for about half his life. It even hits my fighter for quite a chunk. Yeah, remember before he was doing like 10 damage, and I was doing 45 to these guys. These guys are way higher level than I am, I'll tell you what. It's not quite as obvious with the zombies, because they're kind of the lower end, but watch when I run into like a group of giants or a tyranno. I'm sorry, did he just kill him with a 1 damage dagger attack? That's hardcore. Look at that. 3 of them down, 787 XP, over 3,000 gold. If I was over in near Elfland, I'd be getting, 100 XP maybe, and maybe 100 gold. Oops, and I accidentally used Cure on someone that was at full life. Great. It's possible to do. The game won't stop you, unlike later Final Fantasies. Come on, I want to show off more fights. Oh god, again, I thought that gave them first shot. I was scared. Look at that. Monstrous damage. Monstrous. Hopefully we'll be able to take out most of these guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just, look at that XP and that money. Look at that. We're just shy of another level already. You would be over near Elfland for probably 45 minutes getting this level here. Not what I wanted to see. I guess I'll give a good demonstration of what happens if you try... Oh god, and I have no fires. Well, never mind. I guess I'll just demonstrate what happens if you try to take on a group of Frost Wolves and don't successfully run. Frost, yay! Look at that. Look at that damage. Just, look at it. Frost doesn't mess around. It doesn't mess around. Oh. Yeah, I actually expected that to happen. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you die. That's why you gotta be careful around this area. Once you start getting through a few fights, you start to be able to afford houses when you go back to town, so do that. Boink! So, get houses when you can. Those restore, at this level, all your hit points and your spell charges. So make sure to do that. One thing I'll show off real quick is how the battle script in this game works. Because I'm going to stay up here and I'm going to get into a fight with those same frost wolves again, even though I clearly just restored the game to an earlier point. Because the game's battle script does not reset. So if you fought like, you know, a bunch of frost wolves and you're like, oh no, so you reload it, like if you're playing on an emulator, reload your state to just before that, you'll fight them again. That's how the battle script works. So if you want to change the group you fight up here, you'd have to go a little south to get off the Power Peninsula, fight a group down there, and then come back up and it'll change your next encounter. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to grind up here for probably about an hour. And then I will come back. I will show you how godly my characters have become. I'll show you what to buy, and what kind of equipment you're going to want to get heading into the Marsh Cave. And next video I'll probably just do the whole Marsh Cave, because I'm probably going to level out my characters quite a bit. You want to be at least level 10. I'm going to shoot for higher than that just to make the Marsh Cave quicker. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to level up for a bit, and I will see you later.